Very disappointing note for the Indian contingent at Paris Olympics, with Vinesh Fogart being disqualified from the finals of a wrestling event, 50 kg
50 kilo freestyle.
Well, now it continues to get worse for the Indian fans and the contingent, as men's and women's table tennis teams have been eliminated from the competition because the women's team lost to Germany 3-1 in the team round, and with that, India's table tennis campaign at the Paris Olympics has ended.
Great news, isn't it? At the start of 7th August, you are saying the day began with disappointment. No, the day began with devastation, because Vinesh Fogart, the assured medal that we had 9 minutes back, IOC have confirmed Vinesh Fogart has been disqualified. Okay.
Yes.
On the backdrop of it, there were several events happening side by side also. The India women's team were playing their quarterfinal against Germany, who are the world number 5 ranked. They had beaten world number 4 Romania in the previous round, which was a great achievement. But unfortunately, Germany put on their A game. They beat us in the doubles. Even Manika lost her singles. Then Archana Kamath won the third match, and Shrija Akula was absolutely blown away.
So let me just explain you how the team round in table tennis works. There are a total of 5 matches, and you have to win 3 out of the 5 to qualify for the next round. So first is basically a doubles round across both men and women, and the remaining 4 are single rounds. And the team that goes on to win the 3 matches out of the 5 basically goes on to the next level of the competition. And in case of India, they lost the doubles round, then Manika Batra lost her singles round. Then there was some hope with Archana Kamath winning the third match, but Shrija Akula fought hard, but she couldn't really make sure that India could force an equalizer or basically drag the match to the decider.
So that is the major concern. India's TT campaign is over. Yeah. Along with boxing, along with badminton, along with archery, you can add table tennis also into that list. Anyway, you are fighting the odds, because if you had beaten Germany, then you would have had to go into the semi-final either against Japan. And facing them is not an easy task whatsoever, but at least you would have been in bronze medal contention.
Yeah.
But that was not how it meant to be. So India's TT campaign is over. Manika Batra lost, Shrija Akula lost, doubles you lost. Archana Kamath was the lone winner who put up a great fight indeed. Kudos to Archana Kamath. She is one of the upcoming stars in the table tennis circuit. We hope that she can do well. But then not just table tennis, athletics also continues to disappoint us, because Annu Rani has finished 15th in her group alone. So the chances of her making it to the women's javelin throw final is all but over at this point in time.
Yes.
Then you're also seeing Jyoti Araji also, who has failed to qualify. Now Jyoti Araji, unfortunately, she had done so well in the Asian Games by securing the silver. But then unfortunately, that was not how it meant to be. Jyoti Araji is not made it to the final of the hurdles event.
And India's wrestling campaign has also suffered another disappointment, because Antim has lost her opening bout.
Yes.
But she's not completely out of the competition, because she can still go into the repechage round only if her opponent manages to reach the final of the competition.
Yes, and the unfortunate thing is, I'll even tell you what's the name of the Turkish opponent whom she lost to, because it was so comprehensive. It was 10-0.
Yes.
It was 10-0 at this point, and that's why, yes, it is Zeynep Yetgil. Zeynep Yetgil beat Antim Pangal 10-0, and that is why if Yetgil goes into the final, then and only then Vinesh has a chance for bronze medal. But if Yetgil loses before the final, then her chances of winning a medal are done. Yes. Today by 4:25 you will see the remainder of the quarterfinals, and 10:25 is the semi-finals. If Yetgil loses that, then Antim cannot even make it to the repechage round at this point.
And let me just tell you, how the repechage round works. So suppose, A and B are going to face off in a women's 52 or 53 kg final. Let's just suppose there is any XYZ event. So what usually happens is that when it reached the final, it defeated WXYZ in the earlier rounds. So how usually the repechage works is that now W and X are going to face off, and the winner then is going to face off against Y. Then the winner of that match is going to face off against X, and whosoever wins that will probably go on to win the bronze medal.
So that is how it is in wrestling also. If Antim loses, then you are down to only 2 wrestlers at this point in time.
Yes.
You've got Aman Sehrawat, the only male wrestler that
because
is there.
You don't have this time Ravi Dahiya and all.
You don't have Ravi Dahiya injured, and that's why that was a big blow to the contingent. Then you have one more who is there, so that is why Nisha Dahiya, Vinesh Fogart, Antim Pangal, you've seen two varying heartbreaks. Nisha Daya, that
Yes.
injury that she had, that's why she couldn't make it.
It's clearly winning that match.
Vinesh, disappointment is not a word to sum it up. So that's why India's second last day or third last day in the Olympics has begun an absolute disaster. Athletics has started off poorly, table tennis is over, and now you're looking at it. Even your wrestling contingent may have to return home empty-handed also, but who knows. Let's see if she can at least get to bronze medal, but it looks very, very unlikely because you've got opponents like the Chinese, you've got Mamgrim also, who's quite good. We don't know how it's going to pan out. So it's a terrible start for India in the Paris Olympics today. There is the wrestling quarterfinals also at 4:25. Let's see how that pans out. Your event for the days are Mirabai Chanu and Avinash Sable in the night. So
Yes.
let's see how it goes. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. And don't forget to tap that bell icon. We are nearing a very important landmark of 500K. Help us get there sooner. From me and Sid and Pawan, it's bye-bye.